With Turning the Verge. I'm here with Adam Steele and Roddy Tabatabai. They are filmmakers, philanthropists. They have a lot going on with their production company. I hear you guys won some awards at Film Festival for a documentary, Equine Destiny. Right. Also, a new project, Generation Y, WHYmovie.com. What else do you have going on, guys? Let's talk about it. So, first, tell me how your production company got started and how you got to be where you are.
Well, we all grew up together. I've known Adam and our other partner, John McCarthy, for a long time. And we were living together in college, and we knew we wanted to work together. We knew we wanted to go into business together. I was working on film and communications and media production in college, and I didn't really learn anything in college until I graduated, but when I did my senior thesis in Kauai, and I did a documentary with a kahuna, which is a Hawaiian mystic man or a medicine man. And that was a lot of fun. And for me, that was like, oh, wow, I just, did my senior year in college in Hawaii.
So were documentaries your passion?
No, but I knew I wanted to help the planet. I knew that as a young man, I have a lot of energy and there's a lot of things I can do. I can use that energy to go make money, or I can use that energy to help the planet and make money, and live a happy, healthy life, travel the planet. So, these guys were doing their own thing. Adam was volunteering with autistic kids at the time, and John was working finance. He was interning in D.C., and we were all kind of, with the pressures of the world, kind of figuring out what we wanted to do. And then we came together and said, hey, this is a unique opportunity for us to do something.
So you all brainstormed together and came up with Change for Balance Productions?
Yeah.
All right. So accomplished for such a young age, guys. I can't wait to hear more about it. Adam, tell me, film, was that always your passion?
No, actually, I wasn't really involved in film at all. I liked watching movies and I was really intrigued by documentaries, but, my passion was contributing to the world, as Roddy said, in some way. And I was actually on the path to going to school and getting my teaching credential to go work in inner cities and help underprivileged children. So that was my goal. And then Roddy approached me and I saw his work he did. He worked in India and Hawaii. And I said, wow, he's very talented and he has something here. And I said, what better way to contribute to society and influence the masses in a positive way by creating intriguing media, because people are moved by media. And now with the internet and YouTube and things like that, millions of people are looking at these things and want to watch them. So if we can engage them, inform them, entertain them, and inspire them to move to action, then we're doing a lot of good.
And I think that's really what it comes down to, too, is getting the community aware. And now that we have resources like the internet and social media, what better time than to start using those resources and make the public aware of what's going on in society? Because I don't think a lot of people actually know, or they just put up a blind eye to it. So tell me about how Equine Destiny became and how that got started.
All right. Well, our executive producers, Mary Behrens and Carol Harris, approached us about the issue. So it's a documentary about all the issues facing America's horses. We're from Orange County. We're surfers. Been on a horse maybe once or twice, but didn't really know anything about them. So we went to their house and we had a meeting with them, and they said, we want to show you something. And they showed us a video of a healthy horse being euthanized, and then another horse being slaughtered. And we said, whoa, that's crazy. What's going on here? And it definitely was something we were intrigued by, and we wanted to know more. So as we did more research, we found it wasn't only slaughter. So over 100,000 healthy American horses are slaughtered to be fed to the foreign meat markets. And we assume this is an American national icon. And in our research in 1971, the government declared the horse a symbol of American freedom and culture. So with, this issue and among the other issues that we found out about, we said this is a story that needs to be told. And that's exactly what we did. So we spent, quite a while making the film and finding the credible people to interview and the resources to find to make the film. And here we are today.
Now, how did it make you feel when you were doing that documentary? seeing a horse, like you said, we're Southern Californians. We surf. We're at the beach. And did you relate at all? And how did that make you feel when you were doing the documentary?
Well, I mean, we all have dogs, We're all animal lovers. Like, if you look into an animal's eyes, it doesn't really matter what it is. It has, like, that kind of...
It's an unconditional love.
They can't speak, so it's kind of human beings' role. It's our job to protect them, Unfortunately, we live in a society where things get written off and profit is really the bottom line. So, I mean, Adam said this is consumption overseas, right? So it's $1 billion industry, toxic meat pumped with hormones, drugs, antibiotics, anti-inflammatories, and it's sold to people and consumed by people overseas. So there's so many issues to this. But when we saw that video that Adam was just talking about, it's kind of struck a nerve. And as animal lovers and as philanthropists, as a young philanthropist, we get excited when we see an opportunity to create change. We don't get stuck in the doom and gloom of the situation, but we see the potential for growth and expansion. And that's exactly what happened there. And we were all on the same page. We said, this is something that we want to be a part of. This is something that nobody else is really telling this story. And like Adam said, it's a story that needs to be told. And this is something that needs to be addressed because this nation was built on the back of the horse. And now that we have, V8s, trucks, and all these things, we don't need the horse anymore. It's like, hey, there's plenty of extra horses. Let's make $1 billion industry on, based on the animal, the life of an animal.
And these are horses from the United States.
Oh, yeah. Some from the racetrack, some from ranches. Most first-time horse owners own their horse for 5 years, and a horse can live to be up to 30 plus years. Due to economic, reasons, they can't keep the horse. So what do they do with it? They go to a livestock auction in order to sell it to, and who's waiting there? A kill buyer. And the kill buyers get the horses, load them up, take them to feedlots, and then, it could be as fast as 3 days from the auction to the feedlot to Canada or Mexico to slaughter to now and then overseas. So it's a serious issue.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, was that when you were making the documentary? Was that hard to raise money? And obviously you're putting in your time. So, who did you go to?
Well, our executive producers, Carol Harris and Mary Behrens, they stepped up and they wanted. Mary owns the Central Park Equestrian Center in Huntington Beach, and also Red Bucket Equine Rescue, and they've saved probably just shy of 100 horses, if not more than 100 horses to date. Probably far more than 100 now. But they were really passionate about the issue, and they approached us and came up with the funding to make the film. Of course, we thought it would be a lot easier to raise a lot more money.
So we're still raising money and still searching for more. And
yeah,
absolutely. In films, you'll see a lot of the time. Sometimes the marketing is huge. For any product, but especially for a film. Sometimes the marketing budget way exceeds the actual film cost, because no matter how amazing a film is, how if it's not marketed correctly, it's going to sit on the shelf and collect dust. So that's an important part in raising awareness, but also wanting to create the change, whatever the issue is.
Right, now that we have that film out there, you want people to see it.
Absolutely.
So we want to get that film out.
Yeah, so we're running it through the film festival circuit all year.
Tell me about the awards.
Yeah, so we submitted to a couple festivals when we finished, and we won 4 awards at the LA Real Film Festival, which was awesome. So we got second best documentary short, best voiceover, which my uncle did, Michael Bell. He's a famous narrator. Best original score, and best concept. So we were proud of that. And now we're hoping to get it to the masses. And eventually the goal is to get it on network TV, something like Animal Planet or Nat Geo, to really inform the American public about what's going on.
I think that would be an excellent. Let's see what we can do about help getting Equine Destiny out. The website, again, you can watch that. Is it?
Well, you can see the trailer at equinedestiny.com and find out a little bit more about the film. And also we're on Facebook and Twitter, so we always update our fans who follow us about it.
Now, is it Equine Destiny is on Twitter and Facebook?
At
So
Equine
they have
Destiny
their
and
perfect.
Facebook.com/Equine
Don't
Destiny.
you just love Twitter and Facebook?
It's amazing.
Social media.
Absolutely.
What would we do without it?
I have no idea.
Man, whoever thought of Facebook and Twitter was smart.
Absolutely.
So I think we have a few more minutes before we're going to go to break. Is there anything else you wanted to add to Equine Destiny before we get talking about Generation Y, the movie?
Yeah, I think one important thing too, in the films we make, we always show solutions, easy solutions, because we want to give people the opportunity, an easy opportunity to contribute in some way, because we believe millions of small actions will make a big change. So the horse does amazing things. We worked with a woman who was quadriplegic, who got healthily rehabbed, Ellen Stoll, through equine therapy. And all sorts of other, autistic kids and emotionally disturbed children. And horses really bring them out of that. So they're used in another way that are really transforming people's lives. And that needs more awareness around it as well. So there's a lot of problems, but there are solutions in place. And many Americans and organizations who are helping, but more support is needed.
Excellent. Well, looks like you guys are doing such an awesome job. Let's keep up the good work. And I'm Jamie Carson with Turning the Verge. We're going to be back in 2 minutes. Take a break.
So yeah.